Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys, losers a week ago, trying to turn things around here. Here comes the Atlanta offense now, ready to take over here. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. We'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First down.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. In this case, a partner. The running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
First down. First and 10 at the
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Option play, here's Robinson. Now the ball comes loose. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This pass is caught by London. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. On the last drive, Drake London was the recipient of his touchdown pass. And here we go with a 1st and 10 on this drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And they work this out past the 25. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
2nd and 9 now. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with the yardage picked up on that last throw, that's going to move him over 4,000 yards passing for the season. And even in today's age of offense, that's a number that's meaningful to quarterbacks. It's not an easy plateau to get to. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to match?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your cat.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Oh, fighting off the defender. And this will be a Falcons first down as he gets this up past the 30.
It's a gain of 11.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The Falcons at 13-3 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Gabriel Davis, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Here we go. Shot.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Gets out of a little bit of trouble there with a shifty move. He'll take it up past the 6. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Boy, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Ready up.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Get up.
Operating from the gun. Madden. That's complete to Mooney. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Go! Liking 18.
From the gun on third down. Madden. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
That one deep for London. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Shut up.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the sun. Only 2 quarters. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Oh, what a move. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
On
first down. He'll drop to throw.
Got London on a slant. Through the middle of the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Drake London.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't fazed them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
At the 33-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground.
Bacon.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bacon. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This now a 3rd and 4.
19.
Operating from the gun. Madden. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of...
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up...
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
2nd and a couple.
Here we go, set.
A run here with Dearness Johnson.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Ready? Let's go now. Ready?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Third down.
Ready, check go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Here we go.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Okay, break. Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Go.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen,
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their